Hello, La Pluma students, and happy December. Today we are going to do a couple of wintry drawings. Very simple, a reindeer and a polar bear. You'll learn how to draw these. And I used these illustrations to make little gift tags for presents for your family or friends, or you could make cards with these on them, but they're just really cute little cartoon reindeer and polar bear. So let's get started. Okay, I am going to use a black marker, but you can use a pencil, and then for coloring in I used colored pencils, but you can use crayons or whatever you have that you would like to use. So let's start with the reindeer here. We're going to start with a big letter U, and that is the reindeer's head. And then we're going to draw a straight line across the top. That's the top of the reindeer's head. From each side, we're going to draw a vertical line going up. These will be the reindeer's antlers. And from each of those vertical lines, we're going to do two lines coming out, kind of like the letter V. And then we are going to trace around our antlers with another line. So this is going to be not an exact trace around. I'm going to go outside and just go loosely around the antlers to try to make them look a little bit thicker. Okay, and let's add some little ears. So on this side it will be like the letter C, but kind of flattened, so a little bit squashed. And on the right side it will be a backwards letter C. All right, and we're going to give our reindeer a tiny little body, which is another letter U underneath this first big letter U that we drew. And then we're going to give our reindeer two tiny legs. So two vertical lines coming down, and then a second vertical line next to each of those, and then a little horizontal line to close the legs. Okay, that's the whole body of the reindeer. Now we just get to add fun details. And you can add whatever kind of details you want. You can add, I put a bell around my reindeer's neck. You can do a bow, you can do a hat, a Santa hat, you can do, you can think of probably so many more things than I can, but you can do reindeer hooves. You can make his nose red like Rudolph. So I'm going to let you decide what kind of cute details you want to draw, but I'm going to do 3 little hairs, and I'm going to, let's do the nose next. I'm going to do kind of a triangular nose, but the edges are not super sharp. They're kind of rounded edges. And then I'm going to do 2 big black eyes. And you can add eyelashes, you could add glasses. I'm going to let you choose. And then I'm going to add a bell. So I'm going to put a circle below the reindeer's nose, right below the chin. And then a little curved line to divide it in half. And a little hole and a little slit. So there's like a little something in there that can tinkle around that will hit the edges, the hollow edges, and make noise. For the collar, I'm just matching the same curve of the chin and going out toward each side of the reindeer's body. Okay, and there's our reindeer. So cute. Now let's learn how to make the polar bear. The polar bear starts with the letter U upside down. So here we did the letter U right side up, and now we're just going to flip it, and this is going to be our polar bear's body. So a big letter U turned over, or maybe like a horseshoe or a rainbow. And then we're going to make little legs for our polar bear on each side, 2 vertical lines with the horizontal line at the bottom. And then just a straight line across for the bottom of the polar bear's body. For the head, we're going to go back up towards the top of this rainbow, and we're going to do an oval that is kind of flattened, a little bit wider. And then let's give our polar bear some cute ears. The polar bear's ears are rounder, almost like circles. So these are like smashed letter C's, and this would be like more of an actual curved round letter C for each of those ears. We're going to give our polar bear a snout, which is an oval that is long or more vertical. This head one was more horizontal, more smashed this way. And then a little triangular nose in the middle. And I'm going to color that in black. And I'm going to give my polar bear 2 big black eyes. And then again, you can add details to your polar bear. So I added some little hairs up here. You can put a scarf on your polar bear like I did for each of these. So for the scarf, if you want to do that, come to the left side of the bottom of the polar bear's head and draw a diagonal line going out. And then another diagonal line going out in the same direction. And then little tiny diagonal lines for the fringe of the scarf. And then from the other side of the polar bear's chin, we're going to do a diagonal line that touches the scarf, lifts up, continues past, and then we won't do anything up here, but down here we're going to do another diagonal line going out the opposite direction. Make those a little darker. Some little diagonal lines at the edge for fringe, and then you can decide if you want to do polka dots, or I did stripes or plaid on that scarf over there. You get to choose, you can be the artist. And again, you can add glasses, you can add bows, you can add earrings, you can add anything that you think would be fun. When I went to make my tags, I wanted to add a background just to make it more interesting. So on my reindeer, I added little stars, and on my polar bear, I added circles and dots and little kind of snowflake stars. So these were kind of how I added more detail, and so you can do that too around the background if you want to. I also used a pair of scissors to just slit a little slit into the paper, and then I tied a ribbon through it if you want to tie it onto a gift or something like that. So there we go. That's it. That is our reindeer and polar bear drawing lesson, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you're able to use it to make your holiday even better. And I miss you guys, and I hope you're doing really well, and I will see you next week. Bye.